plant into the middle pocket. Crafty one. Oh, what a shot. I don't think they were dead on either. And I guess he felt there wasn't an awful lot of risk attached. Couldn't he stick the red that he was playing? Yeah, he had to make that into a plant. It wasn't in line. Well, that's one way to get in amongst them, isn't it? This is a key shot coming up, though. Just off straight. Has to disturb other reds here, but he's got to get the cue ball onto a colour. It's a very good shot. That's where O'Sullivan is brilliant. Within a couple of shots, he's quickly giving himself a good chance.
$14. 15. 20.
Chose to play on that red to free the black to both corners.
21.
Very much looking at winning this frame in one visit. A slight angle on this. Could go into them. Changed his mind. Changed his mind down on the shot there. He was aiming low on the cue ball at first.
Not recommended.
28.
Changing your mind once you're down, but there's no ill effect there.
29.
I think this time he might have to consider going into them, though. I don't think he likes the shape of the pack all that much. He doesn't think he's certainly to be on one. He's got something to the middle.
36.
I can see why he was reluctant for the shot before.
$37.
And once again, does he play on a loose red, or does he just nudge into the pink and disturb a few more? He's got the
42. $43.
We've had some great players over the years, but there's nobody who's looked at a better player in and amongst the balls at the black end of the table than O'Sullivan. This just oozes class. Beautiful. Not
50.
an easy shot to get onto a colour from this if he's cueing awkwardly. Very nice. Very,
51.
very nice. I think when Stuart left the table, didn't think that he'd left anything, never mind possibly losing the frame. The opening plant was a good one.
$58.
Difficult to see O'Sullivan failing to clinch the frame at this visit.
$59.
Just a red and a colour needed.
$65. $66.
And now O'Sullivan can continue his pursuit of
73.
Stephen Hendry's record number of centuries, 775.
74.
O'Sullivan is on 756. So it shouldn't be long before he overtakes the 7 times world champion.
$79.
Yeah, so whether it ends in a century or not, it's been such a good break. The last shot suggests it will end in a century. Beautiful cueing, came from nothing.
85.
Had 1 or 2 problems along the way. He's got over those.
86.
And it's not like he's not been put under pressure in this match, but Stuart's played well. He won frames 2 and 3 and looked like he was hitting the ball really well himself, but Sullivan has stepped up.
93. 94. 99. 100.
Century number 757.
So that should be broken this season if we see a lot of
106.
O'Sullivan, I guess, that record. The rate he knocks them in. Of course, Neil Robertson made
108.
over 100 centuries last season, but Ronnie doesn't play in as many tournaments as that. Not that it's easy to make them if you do play in all those
111.
tournaments.
$115.
The break that started with a plant which had to be made, the right middle. He developed it into a run of 115. O'Sullivan leads by 3 frames to 2.
Frame 6. Stuart Bingham to break.
So Bingham has got to win the 2 remaining frames to snatch a victory over the 5 times world champion. It was good to see long queues at the box office this morning, and I'm sure that nobody here has been disappointed with the quality of this contest. Oh, what's he done?
He's made a bad error, hasn't he? Interesting to see what he actually did try there. Of course, the red up the table is always going to cause him problems in getting back to bulk, but it couldn't have worked out any worse. I'm not certain what he played there.
Well, I think not as thick a contact. If he'd hit it thinner, the cue ball would have gone past the green and red.
1. 3.
And he's got a shot. Not exactly how he played it. Little
4.
drone from O'Sullivan. I think he might have believed he missed that, and he just made it. Key
9.
shot here. He might try and get in behind the red and black to pop the black into the same pocket as the red he's taking now. Just when he thought that he was on his way.
9.
Last couple of shots, reds into that pocket, both a bit edgy.
Well, that was a real lapse of concentration. This was a sitter by the standards of a top player.
1.
From the cut red, Bingham decided to go straight into the pack, assuming he would have a reasonable shot at a colour.
I think if he was confident, he'd knock the blue in with the red there, but he knows if he misses it, it could be his last shot this year. This champion of champions that he did so well in last year, he's got to go in. Bit of pressure.
Stuart
Yeah.
Bingham 1.
Bit of tension got into his arm there.
One. 6. 7.
Settle for that. Red to the
14.
left middle. Get on the blue, and then you look at the table after that, and not very much looks difficult. Not the way O'Sullivan's been playing. This shot, though, might be the last awkward one. Didn't have great cueing there.
15.
He'd love to get the red to the left of the black out of the way, and it doesn't leave much. It'll stop him. That's the red he's played on.
20. 21.
We just caught a glimpse of Bingham there, giving a rueful scowl. I think he's fearing the worst.
$28. 29. 35.
I think he'd be quite pleased that the pink doesn't spot. It just gives him more room around the pink spot to play with.
36.
That wasn't one of his best. It's just a slightly poor angle on the black. Looking for a glimmer of hope for Stuart Bingham. It would be that this shot could go wrong. Hit it well, very well.
43. 44.
Just had a quick glance at the scores. He needs another red after this black. Well, it's been a very entertaining match, this. I think Stuart Bingham's played well, but just once
51.
or twice was found wanting, and it is only once or twice. The overall standard has been
52.
very good. Thoroughly enjoyed this one, Clive.
Yes, it's only been a shot here and there which has made the difference.
$57.
Very high standard of break making. 107
58.
and 62 from Bingham in the two frames that he won. 60, 83, 115.
65.
And now
66.
this effort of 66 so far from O'Sullivan. Every frame a 60 plus break.
71. 72.
O'Sullivan has shown that he's in fine fettle for the defence of his Champion of
77.
Champions title.
78.
Yes, and he's got the best of 7-frame match out of the way against a player who's beaten him before. Of course, whoever he plays this evening, it's going to be equally as tough, but it's a longer match. He'll get to
83.
feel
that he can really bet into the tournament.
Yes, he'll be
85.
playing either Sean Murphy or Marco Fu, who meet in the afternoon's second match.
88. 92. 97.
So O'Sullivan finishes